Lesson number 107 is about area of complex shapes. Now, to find the area of the figure below, that means how many square inches do we have within this figure. And there's two ways to figure this problem out. This figure is really only made up of two rectangles. One way we could figure out the area of this figure would be to draw a vertical line here. We could figure out the area of the red figure. Then we could figure out the area of the horizontal figure below, this rectangle. And then we can add them together to find our answer. Let's do that. 8 times 3, that's the length times the width. 8 times 3, well that's 24. And it's area, so it must be square inches. For our other side, let's use light blue for our other side. The other piece of our complex shape, and it's called a complex shape only because it's made up of more than one piece. Well, the length is 7, and the width is 2, so the area must be 14 square inches. We can add those together to find our final answer. 24 plus 14, well, there's no carries there, so we must have 38. And it must be 38 square inches because we're talking about area. We've got our answer, we've got it boxed, we've got our label, we can move on to our next question. Now this is actually our only question for this lesson, but there's another way to figure it out. If you need more time, please pause now. Let's go ahead and erase. The other way that we could figure out this same answer would be to break our shape up differently. And it really doesn't make a difference how we break it up. But the other way we could see the same shape would be to make a horizontal line. Then we could find the area of our long, thin rectangle. And then we could find the area of our rectangle on top and add them together. So for our long, thin rectangle, the length is 10, the width is 2. So this must be 20 square inches. For our other rectangle that makes up this shape, we'll use orange. Well, we can see now that the length is 6 this time because the 8, that measures all the way up and down. And we don't want all the way up and down. We just want to here. So 6 times 3, that's 18. And we get 18 square inches. Well, we know 20 plus 18, that must be 38. So we've got our final answer. With these complex shapes, you can often break them up differently, but you always end up with the same answer. Our lesson practice will be on page 577. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.